Shek here with a reality check for all of us who are too busy complaining about all the lousy QBs in the NFL instead of focusing on the positive. Yeah, there are some awful quarterbacks out there, which makes for a fascinating paradox here in the era of the quarterback league. Matt Schaub's pick sixes, Josh Freeman's exile from Tampa, Tony Romo's never-ending melodrama with Dez and company and Big D, the three-headed failure in Chip Kelly's offense, etc., etc., etc. It's so bad, there was a rumor the Rams wanted a gray-haired old hillbilly to play for them last week. But we're not seeing the forest for the trees. Talking only about bad players is like watching Star Wars movies and focusing only on Jar Jar Binks. For just a moment, then, let's set aside all the quarterbacking has-beens and never-weres and focus on the glorious here and now. Let's likewise pass on the opportunity to target those elite QBs who wilt under pressure and instead celebrate one man's unfaltering greatness. Thanks to Brett Favre's mercifully brief reemergence, it occurs to me we've recently been ignoring the guy who took over for him 5.5 seasons ago. Aaron Rodgers is the best. Not just the NFL's best quarterback, but its best player. And if things break right over the next half decade or so, he'll go down as the best player of all time. That's right, I said it, and I've been saying it for 3 years now. He's already got 1 ring and might have 2 if his receivers hadn't suffered a collective case of the dropsies against the Giants in the 2011 playoffs. He's led a flawed Packers team, bad O-line, shoddy defense, injury-ravaged roster to 2 straight NFC North titles, and at 5-2 has him well positioned for a 3rd. Cynics may point to the fact Rodgers has benefited from working with a sharp offensive mind in Mike McCarthy. Cynics might also give credit to Rodgers' receivers. But while it's true Green Bay has had relatively little turnover among their pass catchers since '08, I'd submit they owe their success to him much more than the other way around. Look at Greg Jennings' 2013 stats for proof. While you're at it, ask Jordy Nelson and James Jones what they think. Better yet, let's wait till next season and see how many TDs Jones scores if he chooses to sign elsewhere. We excuse Peyton and Brady for bad showings when their protection breaks down, but Rodgers has thrived despite playing behind one of the league's 10 worst lines for the last few years. We use Romo and Eli to debate the importance of stats versus winning, but Rodgers has consistently done both. We forgive Big Ben because the Steelers lack a running game. But until Eddie Lacy came around, Rodgers was the Packers' running game. Breeze and Ryan aren't held accountable when their defenses don't hold up their end of the bargain, but Rodgers went 15-1 in 2011 on a team with the league's 32nd-ranked defense. That's last place, people. His annoying insurance ads notwithstanding, Rodgers still seems under the radar somehow. But don't blame that lack of attention on the small town in which he plays. Favre proved the ability to gin up plenty of melodrama there. Maybe he just makes it all look too easy. After all, conflict is the key to good drama, and Rodgers provides us with very little. Whatever the case, I'll say this one more time. Aaron Rodgers is the best. He's been the best for a few years now, and he might just stay that way forever.